Vibes fans? Welcome to Season 6 of the Good Vibes Show. So, hope you've all enjoyed the momentary break of me being away, of course. So, I took a little time away because I'm obviously training for USA Games, 2022 Special Olympics USA Games as part of Team Virginia, the H2O Wizards, their swim team, of course. And it's pretty been fun and exciting. And also, there's been a lot of fun, exciting things that have happened since between Season 5 and Season 6. So, obviously, all the first 5 seasons and their recap specials are all on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast from. They're going to be there, obviously, and such. So, it's all good and everything. So, just to let you all know that, obviously, first and foremost, that's happened. But another exciting thing that happened was the Good Vibes Show has officially joined the Special Chronicles Network. So, this is right now the adverb sponsor ad for them right now. So, here we go. The Good Vibes Show is proud to be featured on the Special Chronicles Network. Visit specialchronicles.com for links to follow on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Be sure to also subscribe to the newsletter and find the podcast page for this podcast. If you love the Good Vibes Show, then you will love the other podcasts on the Special Chronicles Network. Specialchronicles.com for links to subscribe to our podcast, newsletter, and to follow our social media. And to support the podcast on Special Chronicles so we continue our mission of giving respect and voice to people with special needs, visit specialchronicles.com/give to make a gift today. So that I am actually now required to actually do that because since I'm part of the Special Chronicles Network and such, and I will eventually have to have a Special Chronicles element in my Good Vibes stuff as well. So right now you may also notice this is a totally different view if you're watching this video, of course, is I'm actually using the immersed view of Zoom that offers. And so it's pretty cool because now it makes it actually look like I'm actually have the Good Vibes logo in the background. And it does mean like you're all going to miss out on the animated backgrounds you've all loved and enjoyed. But sometimes you have to go away from that. But also this actually makes it a lot more easier if you want to do like more like I'm going to do interviews and everything such. So that's actually an important thing as well to say to y'all. So let's actually get into episode 1 of season 6, everyone. So I've been thinking on this quite a bit, honestly. What should be the first appreciation and support vibes goes to in season 6. And I've been thinking long and hard on this. So just to remind you all, those who've not actually been on the Good Vibes show ever or listening to the first time, the Good Vibes Show is basically about me sharing appreciation and supportive vibes to folks, as well as positive uplifting vibes. So right now we're in the segment which is the appreciation and supportive vibes. Just to clear it up very quick. And I've been thinking a little bit on this one, and it's been quite hard to choose right away off the bat. But I thought about it since I've been training for Special Olympics USA Games 2022 in Orlando. Or a better way to say it is 2022 Special Olympics USA Games Orlando. I'm not sure which way you're supposed to say it, obviously, but it's supposed to be said either way, honestly. So I thought this long and hard a bit, and I'm going to actually see the first appreciation and support vibes goes to swim coaches. So obviously, I have Coach Jordan and Coach Ann, who are my coaches for part of Team Virginia for Special Olympics USA Games, which is pretty cool. And they're both are very good people. Hannah and I know each other very well from being on the Special Olympics for Northern Virginia Young Professional Board, of course. And I've known Coach Jerry for a little while as well. And they're great coaches as well, and they're very upbeat and everything, and I really appreciate what they do for us and everything and such. So I really appreciate what you guys do, Coach Jordan and Coach Hannah, of course. But I also got to give it out to my personal swim coach at the moment. And when I'm not around Coach Hannah and Coach Frank, or Frank as I call him, because he's a friend of Tori's and I. And he's helped me quite a bit, working on a lot of fun things as well. And so basically, he's predominantly helped me more with getting my freestyle to speed, because I'm doing, if I should have actually clarified this first, I'm doing 100-yard breaststroke, 100-yard freestyle, and I am the breaststroke leg for the 4x50 medley relay for Team Virginia in swimming. So obviously, Frank's helping on the freestyle and everything. And technically, I also had to throw in some major kudos to Coach Angie, who's my former swim coach, who also was the assistant swim coach at the 2018 Special Olympics USA Games in Seattle with Team Virginia. So she's helping me quite a bit as well with a few small one-on-one sessions. But all of these swim coaches I've had, including also my best friend and training partner Tori, who's a swim coach slash swim training partner in this situation, have all been great to us. And I think what we have to realize as swim coaches, even though there's some negativity around the subject, obviously, over the years, obviously, we have to remember that, of course. But I think swim coaches do deserve a lot of appreciation and supportive vibes because they did a lot for us. And especially on swim team, they try to accelerate you to do better, to push your hearts and do better and such. So everything's been great well. So I just want to let you know that that's been an amazing thing I've been working on, and it's a great thing to talk about every now and then too. And before we go into our positive uplifting vibes, I'm gonna do the mandatory sponsor ad, or I'm gonna repeat this again. The Social Chronicles ad. I would like to repeat again because I already said in the first part of the episode, but I'm gonna say it again just in case you didn't catch it. So the Good Vibes show is proudly featured on the Special Chronicles Network. Visit specialchronicles.com for links to follow on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Be sure to also subscribe to the newsletter and find the podcast page for this podcast. If you love the Good Vibes show, then you'll love the other podcasts on the Special Chronicles Network. Specialchronicles.com for links to subscribe to our podcast, newsletter, and to follow us on social media, and to support the podcast on Special Chronicles so we can continue our mission to giving respect and voice to people with special needs. Visit specialchronicles.com/give to make a gift today. So now we're into the part of the episode where we're talking about the positive and uplifting vibes. And I think coming into this being part of the Special Chronicles, I think the one thing is show the potential you can grow and share your voice. I've got Borgo on the voice of share your voice in this realm. And so, because it represents the growth thing. And I think sharing your voice is important in things. Now, obviously, it becomes how you interpret how I'm saying this is one thing, but I think sharing your voice with spreading positive is more the thing I would talk about, obviously. And that's how I would say share your voice more, and share your voice to actually do things. And obviously, I'm sharing my voice doing this podcast, obviously, and I really thank you all for tuning in and such. And it's a great and immense project that's go through and everything. And I just want to thank you all again for obviously being here. But I'm sharing my voice to also spread positivity and such, because I know when this podcast started last year, we were in the midst of a pandemic. We're still in the pandemic, obviously, even though we've turned the corner, but we've had upsurging cases, obviously. But thinking about now is we also need positivity and such outside of all this negative stuff. So obviously, sharing good vibes to you all is important to me as well. So I do want to thank you all again for obviously tuning in for good vibes and such. So I really thank you so much for all the turn in. So before we get off, obviously, I just want to remember you all to remember to follow the Good Vibes Show on Instagram and Facebook. Also subscribe to Good Vibes by Jerry Holy on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. So until next time, everyone, hope you all enjoy this episode. Remember to also listen to seasons 1 through 5, listen to things there, and also tune in. Also listen in on the road to the 22 USA Games, a special series I'm doing on my training for the 2022 Special Olympics USA Games as a member of Team Virginia. So until next time, everyone, peace out, and bye, everyone. Boop, bye.